Saudi Arabia's $100 billion plunge into the mining sector marks a significant pivot in the kingdom's economic strategy, but it's a decision fraught with complex implications. On the surface, this ambitious investment aligns with Vision 2030, a push to reduce oil dependency and diversify the economy. However, behind the fanfare lies a deeper narrative that demands scrutiny. Proponents of this initiative herald it as a masterstroke for an economy that has long been shackled to volatile oil markets, and indeed Saudi Arabia's mineral wealth, estimated at $2.5 trillion, positions the country to capitalize on the soaring demand for metals like copper, gold, and rare earth elements. These resources are indispensable for renewable energy technologies, electric vehicles, and the broader green revolution. But let's not romanticize this move. Saudi Arabia is not just diversifying, it's hedging. This investment underscores the kingdom's realization that the global shift away from fossil fuels is not a distant eventuality, but an imminent reality. While diversification is sensible, one cannot ignore that this is less about innovation and more about safeguarding the regime's financial lifeline. The environmental rhetoric surrounding this initiative feels disingenuous. Saudi Arabia has already drawn criticism for its megaprojects like NEOM, which threaten to disrupt local ecosystems. What guarantees exist that these mining operations will be any different? The kingdom claims to prioritize sustainability, but when profit and environmental stewardship collide, history tells us which side wins. Moreover, let's not forget that transitioning from one extractive industry, oil, to another, mining, doesn't resolve the deeper issue. It perpetuates a resource-dependent model that thrives on exploitation, often at the expense of the environment and marginalized communities. Critics of Saudi Arabia's human rights record cannot ignore the ethical dilemmas this investment presents. The kingdom's history of exploiting labor, particularly migrant workers, casts a long shadow over its ambitious projects. International corporations eager to profit from this mining boom will face difficult questions about their complicity in upholding an authoritarian regime. Yet the global reaction to this initiative reeks of selective outrage. Countries dependent on critical minerals for their green ambitions are more than willing to ignore ethical concerns when it suits them. The West's reliance on cobalt from questionable sources in the Democratic Republic of Congo is a glaring example. Saudi Arabia's move, though problematic, reflects the same pragmatism that defines global politics today. Ultimately, Saudi Arabia's $100 billion mining investment is both a bold step forward and a precarious gamble. It represents a significant economic shift, one that could cement the kingdom's relevance in a post-oil era, but it also exposes the inherent contradictions of modern capitalism, where sustainability and ethics are often sacrificed on the altar of profit. This initiative could make Saudi Arabia a key player in the global supply chain for critical minerals, but at what cost? Without stringent environmental regulations, transparent governance, and a commitment to human rights, this progress risks becoming just another chapter in the kingdom's long history of resource-driven exploitation. Saudi Arabia isn't leading a revolution, it's navigating a rebranding exercise, one that demands careful scrutiny rather than blind applause. Joseph Schaffhausen, my independent commentary for Skilling's Mining Review.